Melania Trump reacts to VP Harris replacing Biden as Democratic nominee. The country is suffering. Former First Lady joins Fox and Friends co-host Ainsley Earhardt for first television interview in more than 2 years. The Biden-Harris record speaks for itself, and not in a good way, according to former First Lady Melania Trump. When asked about Vice President Harris replacing President Biden as the Democratic Party nominee, Melania said the country is experiencing numerous challenges under their leadership, a stark contrast to her husband's term in office. The country is suffering. People are not able to buy usual necessities for their families. We have wars going on around the world. Soldiers are dying. They were dying under this administration because of weak leadership. The border is open and dangerous. A lot of fentanyl is coming over, killing our youth. It's very hard to see, she told Fox and Friends co-host Ainsley Earhardt in an exclusive sit-down interview that aired Thursday. The economy, it's really not great. Inflation is high, and if we compare these 4 years under this administration compared to 4 years under my husband as commander-in-chief, he was leading the country through peace, through strength. And the border was safer than ever before. We didn't have any wars. People were prospering. They had jobs. They could support their families. So I think the American people need to decide what they really want. Maybe some strong tweets, but everything else great for this country. So it's all in the American people's hands on November 5. The conversation marked the former First Lady's first television interview in more than 2 years. It also came in anticipation of her new memoir release titled Melania. During the interview, she also recalled finding out about the 2 attempts on her husband's life, which have come within a brief 2-month span of each other. The first came when gunman Thomas Matthew Crooks opened fire on the former president at a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, striking his ear and leaving blood streaming down his face. Crooks also claimed the life of former Pennsylvania Fire Chief Corey Comparatori and injured ralliers David Dutch and James Copenhagen. I ran to the TV and I rewound it and I watched it, Melania recalled. I didn't really see it live, but maybe, 3 minutes, a few minutes later. But when I saw it, it was only. Nobody really knew yet. Because when you see him on the floor and you don't know what really happened. Just 2 months later, the former president had another brush with death at the Trump International Golf Course in West Palm Beach, Florida, when the barrel of suspected gunman Ryan Roth's firearm was spotted among the bushes. Melania was in New York at the time, but called to make sure everything was fine. While speaking to Earhardt, she credited the Secret Service for a fantastic job. The guys that they were, the team, they were fantastic. And I think both of the events, they were really miracles. If you really think about it, July 13th was a miracle. How? Like that much. And he could, he could not be with us.